morning, my name is Stephanie and I'm the New England Stitcher. Welcome to my channel, which is all about cross stitching, quilting, and maybe other crafts that I can get, enabled to do. I don't know. But it's Sunday. I am a week late. I am very sorry. It has been February vacation for me, and I've just been enjoying my vacation. So I'm very sorry, but I'm happy to be here with you. We just got home from church and the house is quiet, and yeah, I figured I'd take a little bit of your time and show you what I've been up to for the past 3 weeks, because that's how long it's been since I've been here. Okay, so let's see. Oh, over vacation, we went and got my daughter's prom dress. That was really exciting. We drove up to Burlington, Massachusetts to a big mall, and they have a store called Glitterati, and we got her dress, which was great. But on the way up there, we had just had a big snowstorm on that Sunday, and we were driving, and a minivan that was in the right travel lane, they hadn't cleared their roof and it flew right into our car. And thankfully we were not hurt. It didn't cause an accident, but my car took some damage. So that was not fun. So definitely, if you have a car and you're in a snowy region, please clear off your roofs. That's my PSA for today. I did understand, but I guess as a younger person, I didn't understand why we really needed to clear the roof off, because I'm short and I couldn't reach it. But now it completely makes sense when my stepdad was very serious about making sure we cleared the roof of the car. So anyway, that was crazy, but thankfully we were okay. And then I've just been working at the quilt shop, and I've been sewing. If you didn't see, if you're going to the Library Stitchers Retreat and you're part of that Facebook page, you saw that I'm a vendor for the Library Stitchers Retreat. So I have been busy sewing whippet keepers and making things to sell, and that's exciting. And then just working at the quilt shop, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot of cross stitch time. I did manage to go up to Stitch New England on Wednesday this week and take a little break from sewing and see some friends and get a little cross stitching in. So I have some of that. I have a little bit of haul, not a lot, but we will talk about market. Don't worry about that. But let's get started on what I've started since we've last seen each other. So one of the things that I have started since we were last together is the French Hen by Satsuma Street. This is the 5 days of Christmas, well, the 12 days of Christmas, but she only has 5. They have been released, and I have stitched the first 2, so this is the 3rd in the collection, and I can't wait to show you where I'm at. I'm in my living room because the basement is so cold. So let me see what I've got around me to show off my stitch. So I am using the called for colors that came in the kit, and I made some progress. This is what I brought with me to Stitch New England. I convinced my daughter Lil to come too. That was fun. I bribed her with Mad Moose for dinner. And if anybody knows Mad Moose, it's super yummy. So but this is where I got. I am hoping, if I could just spend a little bit time, it stitches up very quickly, and I know I could get it finished pretty fast. I am keeping it, just in case you would like to see, I am keeping it in my bag that my friend Sarah made for me, and I have all of my beads in my bead case. So here's, this one says to bead or not to bead, and then it's got the tacky stuff, and look, the beads don't fall. And yeah, and it all can stay. The magnets are really strong, and it doesn't fall out of my bag. And then the reason I'm showing you that, because if you are going to the Library Stitchers, that is one of the things that I will have there available if you like it. So that is that. All right, my next start, I started with my friend Sarah on Valentine's Day. And I actually cheated because it was supposed to be started on the 14th. I ended up starting it on the 13th because I got a Instagram call from some friends, and we had a impromptu to me because I guess I wasn't paying attention to the messages on Instagram. And we had a little stitchy time on the 13th. So this is what I started on the 13th, and I got very obsessed with it, and I'm absolutely, oh, it's just, I'm really, really, really enjoying it. I'm just looking for the front page. But you all know what it is, and you're probably dying to see what I chose to stitch on. But it is The Study of Pink by the Artsy Housewife. And let me get it a little bit closer. There we go. And I can't wait for you to see. Are you ready to see what I'm stitching it on? Dun, dun, dun. And I apologize because I'm upstairs. All my design boards are downstairs and it's not ironed because if I did iron it, I don't think I would have filmed today. So here is where I've gotten. And I'm hoping you can see this because I can't see the I can't see my computer because I've got this in my face. But I am stitching with all of the called for colors, which are a mixture of let me show you. It's a mixture of DMC, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks Dye Works. And here are the colors and what they look like, and they're really pretty. And I got a little little floss bling that I made for myself and Sarah. I had originally, and I'm very glad I have a very good friend. I had originally planned to take all of the things that were engraved and add glitter because, you know, we like things that sparkle. And Sarah's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And I was like, really wasn't thinking why. And it was because if I had put the glitter, then my floss would all have glitter all over it. So Sarah, see, she definitely saved me. Oh, I didn't mention the color. And this is also Sarah. This is Sarah's fault. So this is being stitched on Mediterranean Sea, 32 count. And Sarah gifted me this for Christmas. This was in my Christmas present. And when I was talking about colors and she saw the fabric choices that I had at home, she recalled getting this for me for Christmas, and I had already put it away in my stash and I wasn't thinking. And she's like, yeah, you should definitely stitch it on. I think it would go really well. So this is a very close color to the other blue that I was auditioning, and the other blue was 28 and it wasn't going to be large enough, and this is 32 and it's plenty big. It's a fat quarter, so, or is it a fat eighth? I don't know. But I love it. No, it's a fat eighth, sorry. But anyway, I think it looks great. I think it's gonna be really fun, and all of the colors are complementary. Yeah, this is just a nice stitch. I'm really enjoying it a lot. I am keeping it in my Whippet Keeper that I made from the leftover fabric of my Mary Poppins bag, which I am completely and totally obsessed with. So there's that. So that's my second start. So I had 2 starts for the last 3 weeks. My first whip was a Boss Me pull. So I participate in Boss Me, which is just like Whip Go, but it is with the Boss Stitchers, Chris and Jane, and the main stitchers, Missy and Kathy. And Boss Me stands for Boston and Maine. And Kathy pulled some numbers, and this was one of my starts. Sorry, not a start, it was a whip. And it is the Botanical Study #1 by Petal Pushers. And I am stitching it with all of the called for everything, 32 count, and all of the called for colors. And the colors are gorgeous. They are so up my alley of comfort and what I really enjoy. However, I'm not stitching on this I'm not enjoying the stitch on this fabric, and I love 32 count. It's just, I don't know what it is about this fabric. It is, just so you know, Picture This Plus Shadow, and I think the problem is that Picture This Plus does run smaller, and I really am wishing that I had stitched with 1 strand rather than 2, because I love how everything looks on 1 strand. Oh, there it is. I'm looking for the iPad so I can use that as my board. Again, I'm sorry that this is not kitty hair. I'm sorry that this is not ironed, and sorry there's a glare from the window and the slider, but here's what it looks like. I'm trying to pull it taut so that you can get a little bit of a better look, and I'm doing a terrible job. Oh my gosh, I really should just pause this video and run downstairs and get you a board. There we go. There, that's a better. So that is what it looks like. I actually had started and got quite a bit of this leaf done, and then I had to rip it all out because I got off somewhere and couldn't figure it out. So I ripped it all out and then I started on the other side. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet. I have one day on this and I still have 4 more days that I need to do. So this is gonna have to get stitched on this week. I need to focus on this because it is on my Boss Me board. I do want to get it done. I do love this. I love everything about it. I'm just, you know, when you're not happy with something and it doesn't make you want to stitch it. So I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet because I love how it all looks. I just have to do it. So that is my one, that's one WIP. This is another WIP. I don't even remember, well, I can look in my book, which I'm not really sure. If you saw my kitchen, you would understand. My kitchen has been taken over by sewing, and because the basement's so cold, I brought everything upstairs. So everything is on the table, and I showed the girls on a Zoom call on Friday night, and they didn't believe me that it was gonna be messy, and it's super messy. So you're not getting to see that part. You're getting to see the cleaner side of the house. But I did decide to pick up this because this is, I know I am a seasonal stitcher, but I really would like to get this done. This is Plum Street Samplers, Kringle and Willard, sorry. This was a part of my advent calendar from Brandi. This was the pattern she chose. I am stitching it with all of the DMCs that she also gifted us in our advent box. And here is what I've done. I actually finished stitching, which was a great, I don't know, I feel like that was a good accomplishment because I could just fill it in. And here's, sorry, that's better. Here's what it looks like. So the sheep is filled in. I did do the reverse. I did a creamy white sheep and I filled in the stars so that it wouldn't be a black sheep. I did a white sheep instead. And I'm happy with that. And now I'm up here working on Santa's beard and hair, and yeah, but I would really like to get this done, and it's not even on my WIP list. That's how sad it is. Like, that's how sad I am because I have so many WIPs. But you're gonna see, I did finish a couple of things this week. I'm proud of myself. I focused and I got some done. But this, just so you know, is being kept in a bag I made out of the Teresa Kogut Kringle collection. I made this when I did the Christmas parade with Brandi and Nise a couple years ago. So that was for that. My next WIP has been a snow day WIP, and we have had a little bit of snow, and then we got all that rain and then it froze, and that's why it turned to ice, and that was a hot mess express. But this is Shannon Christine's Falling Snow pattern. I'm just sorry for the crinkle. This is what it looks like, Falling Snow. And I am stitching this one on 32 count Atlantic Lugana. And here's where I've got, sorry, let me move this thread out of the way so you have a little bit of a better. I'm loving all of that. This is really nice. So I'm using the sulky white that some of you amazing viewers have suggested, and I'm using that. And then I'm using the other DMCs that are called for. So yeah, no rush to get this done, just really enjoying stitching on it. I think the sulky white is probably going to be my new favorite white, especially on a 32 count. And having stitched with that, that's probably why I like the Petal Push's Botanical Study, because that's 2 threads, and I feel like the sulky I would have just needed, I could have just gotten away with just 1. So, you know, you live and you learn. I'm not starting it over. Nobody's got time for that one. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? This is killing me because it is in a Teresa Kogut Patriotic bag. As a bag maker, you just tend not to make bags for yourself if you use whatever you have it at hand. So there's that. In my last whip is, I never showed it to you guys in the last video. And I'm sorry about that, but I will be stitching it this week at some point because it is my leap year. And since I can't stitch it on the 29th of the month, I'm gonna have to stitch it some point this week so that I can make sure I get a day in to stitch it this month. But I'm using all of the called for colors. And you're like, what is this, Stephanie? If you've been here for a little while, you know it is the Symphony of Friendship by Cottage Garden Samplings. And it is gonna take me a very long time. This one is definitely no joke, but it is so good. I'm stitching it on 20 count. I can tell you I'm stitching it on 20 count Mellow Stone by Atomic Ranch. And here's where I've got. Guys, look at my bird. I'm so excited. Isn't it adorable? It's so cute. So this is what made me like absolutely want to, I felt like I had to, who was it that was talking? Oh, it was Teresa Garden Goose. So Teresa Garden Goose was talking about how she has to count over to get to a spot, then she can move on. And so my goal, I started in this upper corner here. I did some alphabet, I started the leaves. I am gonna do so let me just stop talking because I'm messing all up. But the what my plan is I'm gonna reward myself with the birds by stitching the leaves. So once I get so many leaves stitched, then I'm doing a terrible job. I'm so sorry, guys. You're like gonna all unsubscribe. The leaves got me over to the bird, and now I'm gonna stitch all of these leaves here and here before I continue on my branch and get down to the tree and move over to another bird. So that's my goal, is to fill in all of these leaves that are missing up here, and then work my border over, because I don't want to leave the leaves or the border for the end. That is definitely not a fun thing to do. But I was very happy to get this little bird stitched because the bird is it's just so cute. I really love it. Oh my gosh, and speaking of birds, have you seen Erin Elizabeth's birds? Can we just talk about them for a moment? I am obsessed. Erin is probably one of my favorite designers for animals. Like, she just really captures the animals so well. And there's two. There's the spring, and then there's and I'm sorry, Erin, I don't remember the names of your patterns, but I think it's a sparrow. And it just looks like it is cross stitch, but it looks almost like a photo, the way she has designed it, and you have the contours and the colors. She did a remarkable job. So that's on my list of things to get. Erin's not at market this year, but it's not gonna deter me from getting it when I am able to. But it's awesome. This project, Symphony of Friendship, is being kept in this Whippa Keeper with all these beautiful birds on it. So that's my last whip. Can you believe it? Are you ready for finishes? Okay, so here are my finishes. I want to like a hallelujah right now. Winter Quaker. Why? I think that this may have been a start. I don't even know. Maybe not. I don't know. It was a start the last time. So what did I stitch it on? I stitched it on 28 gray witch alt, and it is being stitched with Color and Cotton Battleship. And here is what it looks like. Again, I'm so sorry for not having my display boards. I'm fired. I chose not to put the year, and instead of the year, I just added some snowflakes in the bottom corner. Let me see if I can do that. So if you're looking or you're stitching, you see it right here. So instead of putting the year here, I just redid a few of the snowflakes that were elsewhere in the pattern and put them there. So this will just be turned into a pillow. We're having a finishing weekend with the ladies. We have our mini retreat coming up this coming weekend, very excited. And this will be one of my finishes. So I have to find some fabric that I want to put on the back of it and finish it. I did end up purchasing the finishing kit, but who knows, I might just use that. The other finish that I have, drum roll, is Well Hello There by Hands On Design. This was a Boss Me call for this month, and I finished it right away. I only had 4 months to stitch, so it was the last 4 months of the year. But while I'm here, let's just take a peeky poo at the other months so that you can see I have them all done. This is my photographic, this is my evidence that I actually finished it. And do you count, this is just a random question, but when you have a stitch that has multiple stitches in it, like each month is like kind of a little mini finish, do you count it as one finish or do you count it as 12? This is my question to you. So you're gonna have to answer in the comments. But here is Hello January. The buttons are from the buttons are from Just Another Button Company. And I ended up ordering this, oh my Lanta, way back when. I used all of the colors. I bought the kit, everything from the Fat Quarter Shop. I wanna say sometime in late 2020, early 21. So it's been some time. This isn't still, I don't think this is my oldest whip, but it's up there. But now it's a finish. Here is Hello February. Hello March is gonna get to be displayed this year. I love the frog, but I kind of wish there was a clover. You know, little Irish in me would like that clover. Hello April. Hello May. So oh, sorry, you're not even seeing this. You're yelling at me like, lift it up, Stephanie, lift it up. There's Hello May. The buttons really just make it. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to do these as flat folds or do I want to do them as pillows? I'm going to ask that. So there's my second question to you guys. Should I finish these as flat folds or should I finish them as pillows? If I do a flat fold, I could do magnets or my rotary blades. And I do have a piece that I got from the Hoblob downstairs that I think will fit them perfectly. And I could just change them inside and out. So it really wouldn't be a flat fold because it would just be a finished around on, you know what I'm saying. Here is Hello July and Hello August, really cute. And these are the new ones. Hello September, love September. October. I did make a couple of mistakes with colors, and I did change a few colors. They are all still called for in the pack, the thread pack, but I mixed some of them up. Like, for example, Hello November. November is supposed to be blue, and Hello is supposed to be the yellow, but I think it works out really well. I like it like this. This is probably one of my favorites. Love the acorns. It's adorable. And then here is Hello December. Yay. And these are all on 32 in, I believe it's just 32 white, 32 count linen white. Yeah, I think that's it. So that one is over. That one is done. That's a good thing. It's a good feeling when that happens. Oh, and I put this in the haul, but guess what I found? I found it and I fully finished it. So I guess this will be part of my fully finishes. This was a stitch by Silver Creek Samplers. I did not stitch the lady. I did only stitch the I only stitched the words that says, can recall most 1980s lyrics, but still can't remember the reason I walked into this room. I did them in all neon colors, and I used this fabric that I felt was very 1980s appropriate, especially with, I know it's like weird, but that tongue face, the donuts, the hot dogs, I don't know, the styling of it. And here is all of this. So do you want to know why I couldn't find it? So when I was making it, I had this, oh, you're not seeing it. I had this fabric. This is a Tulip Pink fabric. And this was on top, and I didn't remember that this was this green was what I chose to go on the inside. So that was on top of it. And it wasn't until I started actually picking up fabric and moving things around that I noticed it was not where it was supposed to be. So I finished it, and I'm happy it's done. And now I have my 1980s Whippet Keeper. The only thing I love finishing my cross stitch on a bag. The only thing I do worry about is if I, accidentally open it and it's laying in something that was dirty. But I was on a call with the Thursday night, my surprise call that I didn't remember, with Mary Lou and Amy from Two Cross Stitchers and the Boss Stitchers. Chris was there, Jane wasn't, and Nancy, the Disorderly Stitcher. Tracy popped in for a minute, Bev. But Mary Lou had an idea to use the Heat and Bond vinyl. So I'm gonna do a little test to see it on a small piece of cross stitch that I have finished, and do the Heat and Bond vinyl to see how it adheres to the cross stitch, and then it could just be there, like it would have to be done before I sew it on, but it would protect it. So I think that's what I'm gonna try with another piece that I have. Who knows? But I just, you want to protect your cross stitch. You spend a lot of time on it. So anyway, that is that's my finish on this. So, and the fabric I used was 18 or 16. I think it's 16 count, and it's a piece of fabric that my friend Sarah dyed that she gifted me, which was really cute. So there is that. And so this is gonna bring me into haul and stitchy kindness. Well, I guess I can do them together. But in the haul, so I had purchased a while ago at Stitch New England's retreat the Study in Nature. And this is the piece by the Artsy Housewife that I had planned to start at the Library Stitchers retreat this April. So that is still going to happen. So if you're going to the Library Stitchers retreat or not, and you want to start this, myself and Sarah and I think Pam and some other people from Stitch New England are also starting it. I am going to be stitching it on Atomic Ranch's Joy Lynn. The modeling on this, I'm hoping, because the light, you guys are really going to get to see. Yeah, you can. The modeling on this is just absolutely terrific. And I think it'll really show off the colors. And what am I using for colors, you ask? Well, I'm so glad you asked. So here is what I'm using. I'm using all of the called for Dinky dyes. So there's lots of blues and greens and yellows and muted tones. And I think that we're gonna really pop on this red. Very excited about that. So this is part of my haul. I picked these up from Pam at Stitch New England when I was there this Wednesday. And yeah, so there's that. And then my next little bit of haul, I already had this. This is Threadwork Primitives Leprechaun, and I purchased the spools. So I think it was last year, Helen D shared with us her finish of the snowman, and I can't remember if she did Uncle Sam. I'm sorry, Helen, I can't remember. But the snowman was what captured me, and she also shared where she got the spools. So I purchased 2 spools, and I'm going to interchange them. But the first one I'm going to do is the leprechaun. I do have the snowman. Oh, maybe Helen did Santa. I don't know. I'll have to go back. Helen, you can tell me when you watch it and let me know. But she's done quite a bit of them, and they're great. And she just did a corset lacing on the back with buttons and thread to make sure that they were removable. So while I was at Stitch New England, I just picked up the flosses that matched, and they, or sorry, not matched, but the ones that were called for. And it's just Weeks Dye Works and well, I want to say they didn't have two Classic Colorworks. So I had to replace the Classic Colorworks with DMC, which is fine. And I got the other called for. And I really wanted the greens for sure to be in the over dyes, because you're really going to get that variegation. It doesn't really matter so much in some of the smaller things, but I wanted the greens that were going to have that variegation. So I picked this up. This is going to be my St. Patrick's Day stitch, and in my next video I will show you my St. Patrick's Day, you know, to inspire you, get you excited if you are a person who stitches St. Patrick's Day or celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so that you can see what I've got from past finishes, but maybe see where I pick up on this one. I think I will be coming to you before, I'm sure my next video will be before St. Patrick's Day, but I'm excited to start it. It's on 32 count. I had texted Helen to ask. So if you guys picked up the spools, Helen stitched hers on, I think, on 16 count Ada. I'm gonna stitch mine on a 32 count linen. The other thing I purchased was from 123 Stitch. I got Thy Love More Strong. And this is all because of Missy. So thank you, Missy, for enabling me to get this. I love it. I'm very excited. You know, who can say no to a drum, right? you know I love a good drum, and it's a great drum. Blackbird does an amazing job with their designs, so that's exciting. Now, what else? What else do I have? I have a little bit of Stitchy kindness. So my friend Joy, that I work with at the quilt shop, she is an embroiderer and a machine embroiderer, and she does a phenomenal job. She's made me a bunch of things that you've seen before, but I made her a keeper, and in return she made me this piece right here. So I gotta find some really cool fabric that's gonna complement it and include this in a whippet keeper so that it can be part of the bag, because it's just, oh, sorry, I'm using my pattern as a holder, but I think that will be a great addition. Sorry, it's not ironed. So thank you, Joy, for this. I really do love it. I think it's beautiful. The next thing that I received for Stitchy Kindness, this amazing woman, Linda, she came to visit me yesterday at the shop. She was very sweet, and she brought me a tote for my students filled with patterns and fabric and Q-snaps and hoops and thread and just so much. So Linda, thank you. We did get a picture together, and I really look forward to seeing you. She's coming to Stitch New England this October, so hopefully we'll get to spend a little bit more time together there. Sorry, my cat is trying to eat my cord, which is being very naughty. My Apple Watch cord. I don't know why kitties are like so into everything. So there is that. So thank you very much, Linda. It was wonderful meeting you, and I really appreciate all of the things that you gave to us for the girls. And then my very last, all right, for all of you fabric quilter people, if you like fabric, I should have opened this before. I'm sorry it's not opened, but I am. Okay, so this is an older fabric collection, but I have just been obsessed with it for months, and every time I look at it, I'm like, I want it. So we did end up getting some yardage and this is it. It's Minky Kim. That's the designer, Minky Kim, and the collection's called Bloomberry. And here's the other parts of the colors. I mean, look at that. So I do have a pattern in mind, and it only requires a layer cake, so I'll have all this extra that I can make some keepers out of. And I got this, this is also part of the Bloomberry collection, and it matches so well. And so here they are together. And then I also picked up this, these 2 pieces of French General. Yes, the shop is now, they are now carrying French General. So those of us who love French General, and I don't know if you can see, but the French, these are the French General solids, and they have this amazing texture. It's not really showing up very well, but they have some amazing texture on it. And so we are also getting, in March, we're also getting the new William Morris collection. So excited. So yeah, so there's some exciting things that are happening. I've got these 2 pieces of French General. My husband's upstairs, and he can hear me, so I don't want him to, I can't show you what I'm gonna make with it. But I am making a quilt. He'll figure that out. But it's with these 2 pieces of fabric and another thing. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I might be bringing I am definitely bringing my sewing machine to the weekend, but it's a 3-yard quilt, and 3-yard quilts are so small. No, they're not small, but I mean, 60 by 60. I think this one is a 60 by 72, but it's a decent size, but it's not complicated. It's just squares and straight lines, and you can really, like, you know, go through really fast on something like that. So yeah, I think that is gonna be for him. He turns 50, I turn 50, and what better way to celebrate, you know, his birth with a nice gift like that. So anyway, I think that's all I have today. I wish there was more. I really do wish there was more stitching, but yeah, I did a lot of sewing on the Whippet Keepers. I had 0 before break, and now I have 34. My goal was to have 40. My goal is to have hopefully 80 by the retreat, but I was able to get 34 done, but I still have today. But we got a little bit of cleaning to do because my friend Nise's coming from Florida, and we want to make sure everything is put away and she doesn't think we're slobs. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great couple weeks. Maybe there'll be a surprise video live, maybe, who knows, next weekend when we're doing our finishing and sewing with the girls. But until the next time I see you, I hope you are well. I hope that you stay warm, and I hope you have a lot of fun stitching. So I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.